All right, guys. Let's see. Mute that. Let's get all set up. Okay. So, like I put in the thing there, we're just gonna go ahead and review what we set up earlier. Um, we set up the existing trades. We didn't want to do any more trades. I was attempting to do, both of them got out. I was gonna set it up to do a video, but I was having trouble with the video, so I just left these trades in there. So that way, and kind of show you guys how they played out. So I'm gonna flip over. We have our tabs here: LTC, Matic, ETH. Those are the ones that we were doing. Let's check out LTC, see how we did. So you can see here on LTC. This is where we put the existing trade in. This is where it forced that trade from earlier. And you can see, if you recall, we had a stop loss set up here. Didn't actually hit that. We did allow one DCA. Look at this DCA point. Caught it right at the peak and pulled it down. Now, whenever the ATA dollar cost averages, you're going to see it's going to take those TP lines and move it to what corresponds to the new entry. So it came down, almost made TP2, but pumped back up and still closed it on that TP1. So we were out in profit. But the most important thing too is, if you remember when we had this trading like this, right? Our sole goal was to just stop this and make it take one more trade, and that's it. And if you notice that the program worked perfectly. It closed it, took the trade, I went about my day, and we took nothing else. So, which is kind of the key. And that's the thing. If you don't want to trade these forever, you want to choose a direction, let it run for a little bit, and then once you get it to where it's earned some money for you, right, for a day or 2 days or whatever. Set up that quick existing trade, kill it, and then reassess, right? So for LTC, we're out in a win. Now I'm gonna just kind of reassess it before we jump into the other ones. So as you can tell with LTC, from where we were shorting it before, we're just kind of going sideways, right? We're still not pumping, right? We're not dropping. We haven't really had our sustained drop. We're actually creating kind of higher lows, but we also still have lower highs. Nothing's really formed out. Um, so it's still a little high in the range for me, because if I go into the 15-minute and just kind of look at your range, right? So you got here, we're way up in this upper range, and you can see on this one, eventually we pulled back, and possibly pull back. Now, even if it were to break up again, up into this 104, 105, I have my DCA protocols. So, but if you can see, the risk of it going up here is a lot less than the risk of it going down there. So I want to show you quickly how to set up the ATA to trade again, so we can get back to business, right? And we'll see how it does overnight, and do an update tomorrow. So again, what we're gonna do quickly, we do have our alert here. Now on the existing ones, those are a little different. You can delete those right away if you want, because it doesn't really matter. Once you're completed that trade, it's never gonna fire again anyways. So I want to show you quickly how we go in and just reset the defaults. All I am going to do is I'm going to add one more DCA back here. Then I'm going to come down. I'm going to take off my stop loss and just let it roll. And then I'm going to do my date, right, to update the date. So we're going to match it again down here. So we'll say 20. Let's do 3 is fine. And then we're just going to uncheck enable, and now we are just closing the trade. That's all we want to do. So we're going to wait for our yellow. We'll get our confirmation. There it is. And now we just go in to make our alert. So we come back in, and we're making this one short. Take this out. Now we can call this one ATA LTC short. And that's the only thing I need to call that one. And we are active on the alert. Let me check it. Yep, it is there. Good deal. And we're done. That fast. Now I can just hit save on this one, and we'll check back out on that one. Matic, let's see if we got out here. So you can see Matic. played out also very well, right? Didn't quite get the DCA, but we got the pullback. Came back and actually hit the TP1 here, right? So we have our short here. We got out in our profit. It continued on, whatever, we still got out. We didn't have to take a loss. We have a whole bunch of other trades that we've taken for wins, right? So this trade is closed. I have confirmed on my dashboard through BotJock that the trade is closed. So I'm ready to go ahead and make a determination. Do I want to keep Matic going short? So again, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here to my 15 minute or so. And we'll just find the candles. There we go. All right. So when you look at this, we still have just an absolute run that Matic has done. I mean, it's just nonstop, right? Um, yeah, I mean, we could have a blow off the top, right? It's potential, right? Um, but we also could potentially do a gap fill, right? Which would potentially come into this range here. So for Matic, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set Matic up a little bit differently because it has been doing some pumps, and we'll see what happens. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my Matic. I'm gonna leave it on moving average. So for Matic, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my second DCA. I'm gonna keep the trade smaller. And let's just see how it does. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a stop loss. Now I know my DCA is 90. I want to give it a little bit of room. So instead of DCAing 2 at 300, let's go ahead and set this one at, let's see if we do around 400. Where's that gonna get us, right? We know we want to change this date and time down to match down there. So we got the 20. We got the 06. We're going to choose closeout trade instead. We're waiting for our little yellow symbol here. Yeah, and you can see, here, right? It hit a stop loss on one DCA, but the loss is going to be minimal, right? And obviously, it's kind of a good thing it stopped out because it kept running up, right? So by putting this stop loss in there, let me check my date, make sure I did that correct. Oh, there. See, even I make the mistakes. Look, 15 minute. See, I was waiting for this yellow, but the reason why is because the candle has not closed. And I can tell you that because I know if I were to take this, let's say 15 minutes back, and I put it on the 0 here, and I click off, right? It's going to populate it, the candle before. The candle has to close in order for this to populate. And so we don't want to be on the 15-minute chart. We want to be on the 1-minute chart. So when you're doing your TA, make sure you do kick back when you're ready to set it up. So now we know that it did the close and now it's in a buy, so we need to get rid of that. So we just adjusted that time. So we're just going to kick it back over to 2007. And that will move this yellow to wipe out those. See, so the yellow is the last thing you want to see. So then we're good. So you can see we have a pretty tight stop loss. But you can see it, it's had a pretty good run without it, right? So even if it hit the one stop loss, if I can get a run like this, then I'm okay with that. And I'm already up pretty good for the day, so I'm gonna take a further risk on Matic, um, going with short here. So I think I'm good. So we'll go ahead and we'll come in here, delete the existing Matic alert, and we'll go ahead and open up the Matic short. And we'll call it ATA Matic Short. Great. And there you go. So we are back in on Matic. We have our LTC, we have our Matic Shorts. We still always, again, have our ETH going. This is my ETH. You can see we did get this buy from earlier. It did, look at this DCA point. I mean, just, you can't beat that. And it did get out in profit right there. So Um, so far so good on the ATA. So we'll let these run. Currently, I'm not doing the live trader on Bitcoin. Next week I will work on that and show you guys how I set that up during the market. I don't trade that one much during the weekends. Weekends I just kind of let usually 3 Sometimes I'll set a fourth one up because I'm doing directional, meaning I'm going one way only. I don't know that I want to set up a fourth one. If I were to do, let's say LTC long and short, then I may consider that. Um, but for now, let's just go ahead and I'm not trying to get greedy, right? We've had a pretty good day. Let's go ahead and let these run through the night. We'll see how these go, and then we'll check them back tomorrow morning. And again, each morning and each night, I pop on, take. I mean, we've been on here for how long now? 10 minutes. So, I mean, in 10 minutes, we just, realized our trades were out. We reset the trades here, and we're back in business, right? So you can kind of see, look at another long call played out on this. I mean, these indicators, guys, if you're live trading, you got to use these. So great call here. So, but you can see we had a nice little rejection again off of here. We're just at the end of the day, like I said on my last call, my last video, as it comes through, I mean, we're just ranging. I mean, right now it's 1685 to 1700. At some point, something's going to break out. My suspicion is that we will see potentially one more push up somewhere into this range, the 1720. You may even get as high as 1730 or even slightly higher, right? Up into this range before it falls. But then I think the fall is going to be pretty intense down into this level. So we'll see how this all plays out and just kind of play our ATAs accordingly. But like you kind of see here, I'm just going to close these out. I got it saved. Look at this. We're already in a short, Matic. Boom. Just like that. We're back in business. So I'm gonna let this run. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully our TA is correct and it doesn't stop out. I do want to show you guys one protocol I did not actually put in this, but I do kind of want to put in it, but I, I'm okay with not for now. But we do have an additional safety feature. You can choose this one. I'm not going to because I'm not afraid of it, continuous run. But what this option does is it makes it to where if a stop loss does trigger, it will not take any more trades. I currently have it set up where if it does stop a loss, it will take more trades, right? Because even if it gets one wick out stop, I think we're continuation will be down, or at least sideways, right? And I'll just keep scalping those shorts. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, we had a good day yesterday, good day overnight, or good night overnight, and so far pretty good today. Getting out of those existing trades. So if I hit a stop loss, that's okay. I'm not too worried. But you can see our entry here, our stop loss is all the way up here. So we'd have to get to about 1.56. Let's zoom out and see if we've even hit that. We barely hit that here, and then we rejected. So potential we could hit it. But we'll see if the DCA protocol can get us out before it does, if it does even go up that high. So that's all going to depend on Bitcoin and the overall market cap on what direction that goes. So, but yeah, we'll let this run. We're going to hit save here. We got that. We'll go ahead and close this out. Back to my charts, and my ATAs are back to working. So that's all I got. It's that simple to set up your stuff. Once you get the hang of what features control what, it's pretty easy to actually go in and do. You can see I just went in and checked this, set it all up. Took me 14 minutes, and that's with me showing you, right? I could do this probably in 5 minutes. Then I go about my day, go back, spend time with the family, watch TV, eat dinner, whatever else you want to do instead of sitting here staring at a chart all day, right? So, let the technology work for you. Again, if like always, if you're looking to try us out, we have a 5-day free trial. If you're already in the room, appreciate you guys being part of the community. If you guys need anything, you know how to reach me. And that's all I got. You guys have a great rest of your weekend.